Have you ever wondered why negative multiplied by negative becomes positive? We all learned in school that negative times negative equals positive, but most of us simply memorized the rule without truly understanding it. It feels strange at first, because when we see two negative signs, we expect the result to stay negative. So why does mathematics suddenly turn it into a positive number? The answer lies in logic, patterns, and consistency, not just memorization. Let's start with a simple pattern. Imagine multiplying numbers step by step. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. 0 multiplied by 3 is 0. Now, if we continue this pattern, -1 multiplied by 3 becomes -3, and -2 multiplied by 3 becomes -6. Here we see a clear pattern. Every step, we decrease the answer by 3. Mathematics follows patterns to stay consistent. Now, if we take -3 and multiply it with numbers, 5 times -3 is -15. 4 times -3 is -12. 3 times -3 is -9. 2 times -3 is -6. 1 times -3 is -3. And 0 times -3 is 0. Continuing the same pattern, the next step becomes -1 multiplied by -3, which gives +3. This happens because the pattern must remain consistent, and consistency forces the result to become positive. Now, let's understand this with a real-life example. Think of negative as loss and positive as gain. If you gain $5 3 times, you get $15. If you lose $5 3 times, you lose $15. That makes sense because losing repeatedly gives a negative result. But now imagine something different, removing a loss. If someone removes your loss again and again, you are actually gaining money. Removing a loss means a gain. So negative multiplied by negative becomes positive because you are removing something negative, which results in something positive. Another simple way to understand this is through direction. Imagine standing on a number line. Moving to the right is positive and moving to the left is negative. Multiplication means repeated movement. Positive multiplied by negative means moving left repeatedly, so the result is negative. But negative multiplied by negative means reversing the direction of reverse movement. In simple words, reversing a reverse leads you forward. That is why the result becomes positive. It's like taking 2 wrong turns that eventually bring you back in the right direction. Mathematics also depends heavily on logical consistency. If negative multiplied by negative did not become positive, many mathematical rules and equations would stop working. Algebraic equations, physics formulas, and even calculus rely on this rule to maintain balance and accuracy. For example, when solving equations or simplifying expressions, this rule ensures that numbers behave predictably. Without it, the entire structure of mathematics would collapse. So this rule is not random or forced, it exists to keep mathematics logical and stable. In simple terms, negative multiplied by negative becomes positive because of 3 main reasons: pattern consistency, real-life logic, and mathematical stability. Patterns show us that the result must turn positive to maintain continuity. Real-life examples explain it as removing loss, and mathematical rules require it to keep equations working correctly. Once you understand these ideas, the rule no longer feels strange or confusing. So the next time someone asks why negative multiplied by negative equals positive, you won't just say it's a rule from a textbook. You will be able to explain that it comes from patterns, logic, and consistency in mathematics. Understanding this small concept actually gives us a deeper appreciation of how beautifully mathematics works behind the scenes. If you enjoy learning simple explanations of complex concepts, then keep exploring with Curiosity Compass, because curiosity always leads to knowledge and better understanding.